the opening question is: most economists expected the South African Reserve Bank to increase interest rates last week.
Indeed.
Instead, it chose to leave rates unchanged. Why did the SARB make that decision, and why did the rand immediately weaken?
Okay, tell me. I'm not gonna try and even wing this one. No.
It's a difficult one.
It is
because it was surprising.
It was very surprising.
Very surprising. Okay. So why did the markets expect the rate hike? Let's go with that first. In terms of what happened. Okay. So leading into the meeting, markets believed the SARB would increase rates because inflation had accelerated to 5% in June, well above the SARB's preferred 3% target, right? Rising oil prices followed renewed conflict in the Middle East, increased concerns that fuel inflation would remain elevated. Inflation expectations among businesses, consumers, and trade unions had started rising. Most economists believe the SARB would act aggressively to enforce its inflation-fighting credibility. Remember, they want to keep it at 3%, so everybody was thinking they're going to increase. What actually happened? Despite the risks, the SARB decided not to increase rates for several reasons. Okay, so number one, the previous rate increases are still working. Remember, they had increased it in the previous cycle, or previous meeting. The governor of the Reserve Bank said the current interest rate remains restrictive enough to slow demand and bring inflation back towards the bank's long-term objective. The MPC believes monetary policy works with a delay, so previous increases have not yet had their full effect. The interest rates always take a while to filter into the economy.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Increase or decrease, doesn't matter. Economic growth is weakening. The SARB noted that consumer confidence has fallen, as we know. Business confidence has weakened. Growth is expected to slow during the second and third quarters, I think because of inflation, because everything's more expensive, and we don't have enough, consumers don't have disposable income, or more, they have less to spend. Increasing rates further could unnecessarily slow the economy and place additional pressure on households and businesses. Okay, the outlook is highly uncertain, which we know. Although inflation risk remained to the upside, the SARB felt it was prudent to wait for more data before tightening policy further. Rather than reacting to 1 month's inflation number, the MPC wants to assess whether high fuel prices become permanent or begin to reverse. Okay. So monetary policy is already restrictive. The SARB described current policy as somewhat restrictive. In other words, interest rates are already high enough to slow spending and borrowing. Right? The bank believes that this should eventually bring inflation low without needing another immediate increase. Okay, so that's what the bank believes, the Reserve Bank believes, or why they made that decision. So why did the rand fall? I've always got to bring something to do with the exchange rate.
Indeed.
Okay. Immediately after the announcement, the rand weakened sharply, losing more than 2% against the US dollar. As traders adjusted to the unexpected decision. Why? Financial markets had already priced in the rate hike. High interest rates generally make South African assets more attractive because investors earn higher returns, as you know. When the SARB didn't raise interest rates, investors reduced expectation of higher future returns. Some foreign investors sold rand-dominated assets. Demand for the rand declined. The dollar strengthened against the rand. In simple terms, the market wasn't disappointed because rates stayed the same. It was disappointed because the SARB did not do what the investors expected.
100%.
So the markets expected an increase. The increase didn't come. So then they dumped the rand.
Hectic stuff.